Oh, so you're a support main. Obviously that means that your aim is shit, and that you're just generally bad at the game, because if you were any good, you'll be part of the DPS main master race. Hey, what's up guys, bronze level benefits here, and today I would like to talk about the notion that playing support is easy, particularly compared to DPS. I'd like to kick things off with saying that yes, there are plenty of players out there who start playing support because they didn't feel useful as a DPS. I'm not saying it doesn't happen at all, but suggesting that anyone can easily play a support hero to its maximum effectiveness is just absolutely silly. I would dare assume that the main argument is a lack of aim required for playing support heroes, whereas the argument doesn't hold that strong anymore when you put into consideration that Ana was added to the roster a while ago, a support sniper who very much relies on you having at least some resemblance of aim to be effective. Obviously, in this whole argument, it is easy to define skill for a lot of DPS heroes. It's either your aim, which is a very clear mechanical indication for skill, or in the case of heroes that don't require a lot of aim, it will be the amount of kills you get. I think what's most important in this whole discussion is talking about the level of effectiveness you bring to the table when playing heroes outside of your comfort zone. Only because the other guys in Salak DPS and you played Ana for a couple rounds in Masters doesn't mean that you're a Masters level Ana player. What a lot of people don't understand is that filling or flex playing is very easy in a team that is already doing well. If the other 5 guys in the team all play their strongest hero and they know what they're doing, then you don't need to be amazing at your pick. All you need to do is doing your job sufficiently to some degree. I wouldn't go out of my way to claim that my McCree gameplay is diamond level only because there were a few occasions where I was doing alright as him, even when in those particular instances I didn't feel like I was having a hard time. Overwatch on its surface is not a difficult game to play at all, and you're also not going to be challenged at your role at all times either. What makes someone truly good at their hero is usually experience. If you play a hero for days, weeks and months, then chances are that you have experienced tons of situations where you're doing really well, games that were easy as fuck, but also games where you were pressured and you had a hard time. You would have played against a variety of different comps, which gives you knowledge of how to handle particular heroes and hero combinations. What makes someone truly good at a hero are the fine details. Decisions like when to use a biotic grenade offensively or defensively. Decisions like when to speed boost or amp up healing. But also things like positioning. Where should I be to avoid getting killed instantly for any given hero comp? Same thing goes for a lot of DPS heroes. When should you dive as Genji? When should you use your ultimate as McCree? Is it worth using my Helix rocket now, or do I expect someone to go out of position soon? The only thing that makes you confident in making those decisions reliably is experience. Because you already have been through all that crap before. You have handled those heroes a lot of times and you had to deal with those types of combos before, and so on and so forth. Now, all of this is not to say that there are no valid reasons for playing heroes that you don't usually play. Again, playing flex in a team that otherwise all play their mains is fairly easy, and the only way for you to get experience with those heroes is obviously by playing them. But a lot of people will play a hero once or twice and then determine that they are easy to play, particularly when they won the game. Here's the deal, I as a support main can pretty much play any hero in the game at platinum level, confidently. And I guarantee that a lot of Masters DPS mains can also play a bunch of support heroes at platinum level as well. And that's because a lot of what goes into good gameplay is knowledge of the game's mechanics, game sense and map awareness. Those things do not just go away only because you switch your hero. What makes a difference is, again, making the right decisions in heated situations where you're being pressured, and not playing a hero in a match that your team steamrolls anyway. If you are winning by a huge margin anyway, then you can well afford to make a lot of misplays. One could argue that the biggest difference is the level of mechanical skill at display when playing DPS heroes, and that would be a fair argument if every hero required this level of mechanical precision. Some other heroes are just more reliant on positioning and game sense than on godlike aim. So as long as your positioning as Winston isn't as good as your aim as Widowmaker, when you play Widow confidently in GM, that doesn't mean that your Winston gameplay is also at GM level. To be perfectly honest, as a support main who finds playing support fairly easy, I couldn't have believed that bad support players even exist. And that was until I played tank and DPS on my alt account, where supports running into the front line to die or being way out of position in the back, as also simply ignoring low health teammates were things that happened way too commonly. It is very easy to bring your gameplay attitude from your main hero to an off pick when it really doesn't make any sense, like, you know, playing Ana as if she's Widow. At the end of the day, me making this shitty little video isn't gonna change anyone's mind who thinks that playing a certain role is easier than another. What ultimately matters is everyone on your team doing their job sufficiently, because if just one of your DPS isn't killing shit, one of your supports doesn't heal, or one of your tanks is constantly out of position, you will notice it. I just really wish that people would stop thinking that they are the god that carries their team and gracefully ignore the support who kept their ass alive while they constantly overextended, or the tank who had to blow his ultimate over and over again to make sure that this idiot doesn't die again. But oh well, what are you gonna do? Thank you all so much for watching. Do feel free to drop me a like on your way if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I hope to see you all next time. Guys, Fawa is a really difficult hero to play. That took me like obscene amounts of skill to press E and just watch him fall off the map. Very difficult.